Artificial intelligence are all grown up. They're inventing things and owning them. Artificial intelligence will soon, if they are not already, be members of DAOs. We already have AIs on boards. Now they're going to be members of DAOs. Those DAOs are going to find alternate ways to fund things. Hi, everyone. I am back again for another episode of Little Things You Should Know. First, thank you all so much to anybody who's watched my videos so far. I'm just going into roughly my second week of Little Things You Should Know and really just trying to learn what works and what doesn't work. So thanks for being on the journey with me. And I'm going to call this AI is growing up. It's definitely leaving its crib. This has taken a long time. We're talking about decades with this particular thing. We are going to talk about something pretty extraordinary that just happened. It is a combination of artificial intelligence, blockchains, DAOs, and all kinds of good things coming together. And this is where you see the most rapid acceleration of change with the application of technologies, where you can apply multiple technologies to particular problems at scale. The thing that triggered this for me was this tweet thread from a gentleman named Paul. Paul is talking about what he calls a giant leap for decentralized research. What's huge here is this is all about intellectual property, who can own it and how that ownership is registered, and the value derived from that ownership over time is distributed. We have a situation where real world biopharma research and intellectual property was turned into an NFT, but then that NFT is a non-fungible token. We'll talk about NFTs another day, but it's a digital record of something. So it can be data, it can be a number of things. In this case, it's intellectual property in a biopharma setting, and that was transferred to a distributed autonomous organization, a DAO. The best way to think of a DAO is as a cooperative. It's a group of people that have gotten together with a common purpose and method of governance. Distributed autonomous organizations have become legal in the state of Wyoming, and they soon will be in many more places as well. We've had cooperatives literally for hundreds of years. I like to look at the concept of a cooperative digitized as a DAO, and now those types of new legal entities and methods of organizing people are being granted intellectual property rights. So that's huge. And so now a DAO owns IP, funds, and biotech research. But wait, I said AI is growing up. Guess what? It's not just DAOs that can have rights to intellectual property these days. Guess what? So can an artificial intelligence. DABUS, D-A-B-U-S, gets its first patent in South Africa. And what this means, DABUS is not a person. DABUS is an algorithm. Better said, it's a model generated by an algorithm for doing inference. And the inference it did in this case created a food container based on fractal geometry. This is usually the mandate of a product designer. And in this case, it was an artificial intelligence. Registered that invention, got patented. The patent is not owned by the company that made the invention. It's owned by the artificial intelligence itself. You can tie these two things together because you could say, what if an artificial intelligence that works for a DAO creates something? Now that invention will be owned by a DAO. What does all that mean? Listen, it means acceleration at massive scales is coming our way, because DAOs and other types of decentralized organizations often have different mechanisms of funding. That is common between both of these two things. They use alternate methodologies of funding, governance, and ownership to get a specific job done. And that's what's exciting. So if you scroll down and you read this thread, I'll put the link to the thread in the description. You will find that one of the hopes is that this will speed up research and development of drugs that are useful to people. And that's always the win, when we can empower people with technology, when we can make their lives better, when we can find new ways to organize and create and share. It's incredible. I did create an article not too long ago. I wrote it, in this case, not an AI, and it was Distributed Autonomous Organizations, a primer, and it's over at insight.openexo.com. I will also put the link to that in the description. if you'd like to read a little bit further about DAOs. The little thing you need to know today is that artificial intelligence are all grown up. They're inventing things and owning them. Artificial intelligence will soon, if they are not already, be members of DAOs. We already have AIs on boards. Now they're going to be members of DAOs. Those DAOs are going to find alternate ways to fund things, crowdfunding, crowdsourcing, all kinds of incredible things. And I'm optimistic that those DAOs are going to even find new ways to think together. I've got some stuff for you on that topic that I've been deeply researching, and I can't wait to share some of it in a future episode of Little Things You Should Know. So if you liked what you saw today, then please do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe or give us a like. I watch for the likes to make sure that I'm on track. And the more of those I get, the more I know that you like this type of content. Comments are amazing too. I'll be looking out for those. So have an amazing rest of your day wherever you are.